long. He's eating bat on a stick, which makes hideous crunching noises, I might add. And it's just like a kid eating a popsicle. But at the very end, something unusual happens, is that part of the meat slides down on the stick to his hand, and he goes like this. And he goes really wide, and he ends up stabbing himself in the back of the throat with the thing, but he doesn't like jerk it away. He's like, ah, ah.
I help him.
And then finally you
as fast
stop
as I can.
him probably from impaling, you know, his medulla.
So he's not even mad that we shot him?
He's like, oh, he starts saying something in Goblinese, which Velv translates as lower primary body functions failing.
But heal him quick. Can we heal him without? I mean, it's an encounter power, right?
Velv commands one of you, as is his wont. He says, "Can somebody help him with that, please?"
I already said I'd
Can
try.
we set this straight?
Tarvis is going to help him.
Taking care of it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. He comes around. Do you feed him the last piece of meat?
Yeah, just while we're walking along.
Okay, great.
I don't want to slow down the drive.
Now he's like licking the sharpened stick.
I give him a shiny coin. Of
Mine! My coin, you can't have
I
it!
look him in the eyes and I say, "You're special. This coin is for you."
Let's ask him what his name is.
What's your name?
No?
What's your name?
You got the Jenny Jones. The bats that are attacking the party.
That's awesome. Okay, well,
My guy's completely useless again.
I guess Tarvis is going to try to save. Boy, every turn.
The giant bat creature thing.
Good call.
And they need 14-9 or higher. There's 2 hits and a critical hit.
That's awesome.
So that's 10
Values
plus
weighted die.
die 6 plus.
You need 2 poison markers.
10. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, 2 hit points left.
2? Ooh, show the goblin hanging on for all he's worth.
The bat-eating goblin jumps on this giant bat.
How many hit points did he have left?
He had 22.
Oh.
It just did 20. So it has 2 hit
Well, I
points
thought
left.
he had 20 left. That's why I was
Okay,
confused.
the goblin
He
goes.
takes the 2 poison things, too.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
2 poisons. Those don't do damage, though.
No, they don't.
It's a secondary attack on 10s. So he's poisoned 1 time. He'll take -2 to his attacks.
Okay.
Rig, can you take care of that? All right.
These are confusing me.
Goblin attacks him with the sticker and hits
He's Corey.
and kills him.
You killed him.
Yeah, he lands there in a wreck on this floating island thing, and the goblin is like, yeah! And this is like, I don't even know. It'd be like, you know,
Is he almost dead, though? Because he'll be taking 5 hit points a turn while he's on that.
no.
No?
No, that the 5 hit points a turn leaves once that thing dies.
Oh, okay.
That's what was causing it. Which, of course, you know. So, oh yeah, he begins devouring this creature.
Like a baby trying to eat the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you know, a kid finds a lollipop the size of a swimming pool and just starts going to town. In his mind, he's going to eat it. Okay, and they move to the edge of the thing, but don't jump.
Awesome.
Velv wasted his turn trying to defend Tarvis. All right, recharges. Okay, you make it to the 7-pillared hall. I would love to do a sort of midweek session really quick, just to kind of like, what do you do while you're there, and set up for the next adventure. And that's it. That was session 10, Bat on a Stick.
So, Carvis made friends with a goblin.
That's the dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarf.
Okay.
Gave him some shiny coins, helped him kill a giant bat so he could eat it because he loves to eat bats. I guess the only real problem was at one point I tied him to a rope and tried to throw him across a ravine, and Carvis isn't very smart, so he forgot to hold on to the rope, the other end of the rope, and he failed the strength check, so he started falling toward the lava beneath us. And he was just sitting watching the rope unravel for a while and realized that his friend was about to die, so we caught him at the last moment. Yeah, another highlight. God, all these highlights, like, we didn't do anything in this game. It was all the goblin. So the goblin is, the dwarf is carrying the goblin across, and the goblin hops
right over here
on top of the giant bat monster and stabs the stick he was using to eat the bat off of.
Rolls a
stabs it
critical.
into the bat. Yeah, gets a critical. Does 20 damage on him. And yeah, he's the one that eventually ends up killing the bat for us. Well, he giant first one.
skewered
it with the intent to eat it, but he wasn't smart enough to move his head down to the bat, so he was trying to lift the stick up to his mouth.
This giant 5-ton monstrosity.
He didn't think up the
All
mechanics.
then,
all the while it's flying around. He's holding on to the bat's ears, trying to eat it.
Yeah. This was kind of a different encounter for me. Instead of trying to fight, well, it was hard for us to get the bats because they were all flying, so we couldn't do it with normal melee actions. We had to use ranged attacks, and I have all ranged attacks, and I just ran through the whole thing and tried to get out of it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we all just kind of ran through here. We have these dice.
Yeah,
It's measured in basically feet of how many inches, how many inches we got to roll.
so whatever the dice
jump
says
over.
times 5
Yeah, whatever the
is
dice.
the number of feet plus the DC
Yeah.
that you need.
So we had to make rolls this whole time when we could roll bad and somebody could fall into the lava.
Right. So if you make a bad roll, you're dead. And
At one point, Galifax was standing here, and there was a bat next to him. So I decided, hey, I'm in range, so I'll attack him. And Sean says, if you roll a 1, you fall into the lava. So I roll a d20. It's a 1. So we were doing dex checks to see if we could grab onto the ledge. So then I rolled a dex check, and I rolled 17 to actually make it.
I'm surprised no one fell to their doom.
yeah.
I mean, this whole thing, because there's like a 1 in 50 chance that you're not going to make it. And, but you multiply that times 7 people in the party, 8 people,
He's
and
making
all
5,
the
6
jumps that you have to make to kind of get back and forth. Going again. Okay, great. And the additional complication was the ropes. That the bat's fiery breath burns the ropes. And so that kind of, I think, was a good design to kind of keep it interesting. Rather than, because really, as you guys figured out early on, it could have just been a cakewalk. Oh, we just tie each other, and even if we fail, we just haul the other person up. That's great, right up until the giant bats show up. The giant fire-breathing bats.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, there you go.